All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor that's due to Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachaha, Kodash, double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and blessings to the 144,000 and the hopeful elect. Shalom, Barakatham. And I'm going to be doing a lesson real quick on the video the elder brother Arrows of Indignation 144 put out. You black churches are in trouble. Your biggest money makers is showing signs of leaving the church. And I didn't even catch this full title. That's the spirit. I just kind of watched I saw the headline of it, but the brother made an excellent point in the title. Okay, I'm gonna see if it's gonna pull it up in ChatGPT. See if the AI will put up something. Okay, it may conk out on me here. Got a low signal. Bear with me. Women, look, it says women generally donate more to churches than men do. A trend documented by research from sources like Women's Philanthropy Institute and Indiana University, showing women are more likely to give larger amounts than men in similar financial situations. And now you know why the doctrines are what they are in these churches. Okay, it's a business. Okay, if y'all didn't know, in 2025 that whole thing is a racket. Okay, it says this pattern holds true across various age and income levels, though recent data suggests shifting trends in younger demographics and a slight reversal in overall church attendance. Okay, with men slightly outpacing women in a weekly attendance as of 2024. So the church attendance has been going down and down and down, yet the percentage of the women, okay, are still at the majority. Okay, what does that tell you? That tells you the attendance is going down because the men are leaving. Okay, and these women, no matter how much you convince them that they're saved and sanctified and filled with the Holy Spirit, they still want a man at the end of the day. Okay, so these women are crying out. Okay,
I was afraid to make this video because I know it's going to be some backlash, but I'm starting to believe that the church is keeping black women single on purpose. I am starting to believe that the black church is keeping black women single. And what I mean by that is, I want to believe in my heart of hearts that when churches have Women's Day, have women's conferences, when you go to these women empowerment, conferences, and they are allowing people to be vulnerable and transparent, and they are sharing how they healed from certain things and how God's word helped them to heal, which is true. I'm trying to figure out why we are almost intentionally leaving out that God's word also says that a man is a woman's covering, and a husband is part of, or should be part of, an honorable, godly life. None of that is ever mentioned in a lot of these spaces.
Yeah, because what they're not going to tell you is that women have a tendency to leave the church, or go back under their man's leadership, all right, if they get a man. So it's not in their interest to help you get a man at all. Okay, no more than it's in the interest of the hospitals to have junk food go away. Well, the hospitals like junk food. Okay, that's what keep your ass in there all the goddamn time. You got high blood pressure, low blood sugar, whatever, diabetes stricken, your joints acting up. See, it's all a big racket. Okay, why would they tell you to do something that's going to make them less money? See, you go in there all naive, and see, this is why these vultures in these pulpits love women so much. The same way a car salesman loves to see a woman walk up by herself. Okay, he knows all he got to do is make the inside look a certain way and smell good, and the woman is going. Okay, she's not gonna check the miles. She ain't gonna open the hood. Okay, she's not gonna look at the Carfax and none of that, because women are driven by emotion. Okay, and they know this, man. Okay, like Smokey said. And you know this, man. Okay? So this is what we have going on. Let me get the first precept. Okay? Matthew 23:27. It says, "Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for ye are like unto white sepulchres, which indeed appear beautiful outward, but are within full of dead men's bones and of all uncleanness." And that is exactly what you have going on. You got the house of the Lord. They're overlooking sin. You can eat pork. You can do whatever you want. You can wear whatever you want. You can be out of order. You don't need a man. God is hiding you until the right man comes along. But what do you think they're doing in the meantime? You think they staying celibate? They're absolutely not, man. Because they know deep down, if they get found out that they were with such and such, or they slipped up or had sex with such and such, that white Jesus is going to forgive them. Okay? And you're going to be right there to accept a little bit more tithes and say, yeah, you know what? I'm going to put a prayer out for you, sister. Okay? And what does that do to the woman, of the mind of the woman? Okay? When you absolve consequences from women, they're going to abuse it, man. What happened when you gave them birth control, man? Okay? The main primary consequence of sex is having a child. Okay? Well, what happened when they got birth control? Did they double down? Did they become more chaste or chaste? Did they become more conservative with their clothing and more modest? No. Okay? Verse 28, "Even so ye also outwardly appear righteous unto men." And see, that's what this is about. They want to appear righteous, but they're just selling you something, okay? It ain't no sustenance to this thing, man. It says, "But within ye are full of hypocrisy and iniquity," man, okay? And these women are the money makers, man, okay? So the Christian church is about out of there. All right? Wait till these prophecies start to smack you right in the forehead. Okay? Then they're gonna have real questions. Okay?
There are more women in the church than men. I don't have a problem with women being in leadership because that's needed today. But when I'm watching women that are in positions of power,
women should not be in leadership at all. Point blank. Period. Okay? It doesn't matter if you're smarter or if you know this and the man doesn't. It doesn't. At the end of the day, you don't have the resolve of a man. Okay? You're not going to bear the same responsibility if a crisis breaks out and an emergency happens. They're going to ask, well, what did the men do? They're not going to care about what the woman did to solve it. Okay? They're going to be looking at, well, why didn't the man do something? You see, it's always going to fall on you. So all of these titles and bullshit you want to give a woman, it all goes out the window when reality sets in. All right?
And in positions of leadership in the church, but I'm not hearing you talk about how important the family structure is and how important a covering is and how a woman is created to be a helpmeet and a neck and the man is supposed. When I don't hear those things talked about almost intentionally, is that because I want these women single? Am I the only one that is starting to feel this way?
It's the same capitalistic market, okay? That's why I say it's a business. Esau makes money off of single women, okay? That's why you had the women's liberation movement. He's getting twice the amount of taxes, okay? He's getting twice the amount of consumer spending because women got those jobs and they blow 80-90% of their income on BS, man, okay? All of that money he got now, it comes from women being out there, okay? And it comes from women being single. When a woman gets a man, she doesn't spend as much. Okay? The man is more frugal. He's more understanding of what's needed. Like, I'm going to get a house. It's going to appreciate over this amount of time. I just need you to do this, this, and that. Instead of both of y'all being single, you're both buying your own groceries. You're both going out to eat. You both got a house. You got a rent. She got a rent. See, he makes money off of you being single. The whole system is farming Keisha. Okay? And all women. Because it was meant for you, Keisha, to rip you away from us. But now all of these women are feeling it. Okay?
I had to walk out of church today over comments about Charlie Kirk. I'm on the verge of tears sitting in this parking lot because I'm having such a complex with my faith. Because I genuinely don't understand how Christians are pushing this man as though hate didn't come out of his mouth and heart on a consistent basis. And I'm genuinely sitting here like, if this is the God that we serve, if this is the reflection of the God we serve, do I want to be a part of it?
Yeah, and see, women love religion and going to church and being a godly woman until they don't feel good no more. Then they become like what is it? Job's wife, okay? Was that in Job 1? Okay, let me see if I can find it. I believe it's in Job 1. Let me see. Job, the 2nd chapter, okay? Job 2:9, it says, then said his wife unto him, doest thou still retain thine integrity? You see, women don't have any integrity, man. Okay? They have it, but it's just a shield. It ain't real. It's not a load-bearing wall, okay? The wall is decorative, okay? It ain't gonna hold up the roof or nothing, none of that, okay? It's there, but it ain't got no utility. Okay, it's not a functional wall. Okay, it's there to appear to look like one, but it's not one. Okay, when you put pressure under a woman, they're gonna crumble. Okay, see, they love going to church until they can't find a man. Okay, and a lot of these women, they're tired, man. Okay, they're seeing women outside of the church, but they got a little bit of femininity to them, locking these men down, man. Okay, getting chose. But you in church with an attitude talking about God gonna send me one. You ain't put no effort in. The same bitch you put in 100 applications for a job, dress nice, smell good. Yes, sir. No, sir. Yeah, I'll work weekend. I'll do this and that. But when it comes to finding a man, okay, you can't be bothered to do none of that. You just gonna sit there. Okay? You see the lack of respect they have for you, man? All right? And the only thing that's gonna teach them is consequences, okay? But Job 2:9 says, then said his wife unto him, doest thou still retain thine integrity? Curse God and die. Okay. You see, that's what his wife said to him after she was balling with him, man. Okay. Had all kind of children, all kind of substance, riches. All right. See, when women go through things, man, they're not going to keep their integrity in the Most High. That's why the Lord said, let me get it. I don't know if I spelled it right. Okay. 1 Timothy 2. Okay. Verse 13, it says, for Adam was first formed, then Eve. Okay. It says, and Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in transgression. This is why the punishment didn't come down until Adam transgressed, because Adam knew better. Okay. Adam he knew better, and the integrity was supposed to be there for Adam. Okay. But he fell to his woman's desires, to the whims of his woman. Okay. It says, notwithstanding, she shall be saved in childbearing. Okay. That's how you're going to be delivered. Okay. The Lord is not raising up female prophet women, okay, to go out there and do the work. You're not gonna resist the test that the Lord said the elect will be scarcely saved from. Okay. Just fall back. Y'all are gonna be forced through your circumstances. Okay. It says if they continue in faith and charity and holiness with sobriety. Okay. So if the woman is not doing that, even if she had your kid, you ain't got to deal with her, man. Okay. If she's not going to be continue in faith and charity and holiness with sobriety. Okay. Meaning she's got to be reasonable. Okay. That's why the scriptures say, you know, if you be pleased to dwell with her. Okay. You ain't got to take a lot of this shit either. Okay. Hey, at the end of the day, it's about getting up out of here, man. Okay. And you churches are cooked. Okay.
I'm truly having a conflict with my faith because the leaders that we're supposed to be following are guiding us in this way to feel empathy and sympathy and like that this person was this great Christian and that the message that his wife gave was, it started off with like praising God.
And see, women will follow a man not knowing what he fully believes. They liked what he said, how it made them feel. You see? So now they're questioning the leadership. Well, why are you there? Okay? Only a woman will get with somebody only to try to tell them what to do. They'll get with a man they want to be a leader only to tell the leader what to do. You see? It's backwards. Okay? You can't go Sean Connery on them anymore. You know? Because this is the norm.
God. And I'm like, did we miss the chapter of hate that he endorsed, encouraged, and pushed?
And there it is. This is why women go to church. Okay? Because she don't understand. She ain't read the parts of the Bible that deal with hate at all. Okay? This is why women go to church. To feel good. They want to hear love and peace. And everything's going to be all right. Okay? It will eventually in the kingdom, but you hoes got a lot to pay for, man. Okay? You took them tokens from Satan and sold your whole community out, man. For some temporary benefits. All right? But it's filthy lucre. That's the business model, man. Okay? You're selling positivity and hope for filthy lucre, and now it's about to backfire en masse, okay? And when the women leave, that's going to be a wrap, man, okay, for these churches. Okay? That's why these Christians are so militant towards the Hebrew Israelites, because they're losing, man. They don't have the answers. And see, if they do come out and say the answers, what they'll have to do is admit that they've got it from us, because they've watched all of our breakdowns. Okay? They can't be this late to the party with breakdowns and say they knew the whole time. It's too late for that. So now they gotta demonize us, man. You know? Anyway. Which one was I looking for? Let's see. I guess I can just read all of these quick hits. 1 Timothy 3:3. Not given to wine, nor striker, nor greedy of filthy lucre, but patient, not a brawler, not covetous. Okay, it's speaking about the different ranks and positions in the church. Okay, you know, and is that the case for these people? No, man. Okay, their job is just to lie to you and make you feel better. That's what you go to church for. These women don't really believe in the Most High. Okay, it says 1 Timothy 3:8. Likewise must the deacons be grave, not double-tongued, not given to much wine, not greedy of filthy lucre. And it's filled with those kind of guys, man. The whole thing is designed to get money out of you, man. Okay? From the messages that they preach, to the demographics that they target, to the music that they play in the background. Okay? To the size and the splendor of the buildings that they build up. Okay? It's all designed to pull money out of you, okay? Titus 1:7, for a bishop must be blameless and the steward of the Most High, not self-willed, not soon angry, not given to wine, no striker, not given to filthy lucre. So filthy lucre is a common thing that churches had to be rebuked about, okay? Or for. All right? It says, for the love of money is the root of all evil. Okay? I'm going to end it here. 1 Peter 5. Starting at verse 1. The elders which are among you I exhort, whom am also an elder, and a witness of the sufferings of Hamashiach, and also a partaker of the glory that shall be revealed. All right? So the true elders, okay, the ones that are the preaching Yahushai, okay? This is Peter in this case. All right, we're suffering. Is Kenneth Copeland suffering at $300 million? Is Creflo Dollar suffering, flying around in these G5 private jets? All right, they don't know nothing about that, man, but they're about to, though. Okay, verse 2, it says, feed the flock of the Most High, which is among you, taking oversight thereof, not by constraint, but willingly. Okay, you have to have a care for the sheep, man. Okay, you're supposed to be convicted if you don't do a lesson or go out on the highways and byways. I gotta feed the sheep. See, that's what a real shepherd would do. A hireling would be like, all right, I'm gonna just call in today. You know, he with no care. You see, it says not by constraint, but willingly, not for filthy lucre. Okay, but of a ready mind. All right. So that's really it. That's really all I wanted to speak on that topic. Lord willing, this is edifying. Call halal Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai Ba'ashim Rachakadah Shalom. Kwam Yasharal.